In previous video, we have seen the relationship between zeros and quotients of a linear polynomial. In this video, let us see in case of quadratic polynomials. The general algebraic expression for a quadratic polynomial is p of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, where a not equal to 0. Before finding the relationship between zeros and quotients of this polynomial, we have to find the factors of this algebraic expression. Finding the algebraic expression of this quadratic polynomial or quadratic algebraic expression depends on the constant term c. That is, we have to check whether this constant term can be expressed as a square of any number, and the second case we have to check whether this constant term c cannot be expressed as a square of any number. Let us see the case 1. When c can be expressed as a square of a number, let r be any number. Then we have to go to the quotient of x square. Here it is a. Let it be equal to s square. That is, we have to check whether a can be expressed as a square of a number. Next, at last, we have to look at the middle term, that is the quotient of x. What is the quotient of x here? It is b, and check whether it can be expressed as 2 into r into s. Okay, after checking whether, that is after verifying whether c can be expressed as a square of a number, we have gone to quotient of x square and we have verified whether it can be expressed as a square of a number, and at last we have came to the middle term and checked whether the quotient of x b can be expressed as 2 into r into s. Then we can find the factors of this algebraic expression easily by using the identities. X plus y whole square is equal to x square plus 2xy plus y square. X minus y whole square is equal to x square minus 2xy plus y square. I will explain this by taking an example. Let us take an example and find the factors of that. Suppose the algebraic expression is given as x square plus 4x plus 4. If we have to find the factors of this algebraic expression, first we have to look at the constant term. Here the constant term is 4. Can we express it as a square of a number? Yes, because 4 can be expressed as 2 square. Then go to the quotient of x square. What is the quotient of x square here? It is 1. It can be expressed as square of 1, is it not? At last we have to come to the middle term. What is the quotient of x here? It is 4. It can be expressed as 2 into 1 into 2, is it not? So simply we can use the identities and find the factors of this algebraic expression, is it not? Let us express it more clearly so that it will be easy for you to understand how we can find the factors using the identities. X whole square plus 2 into 1 into 2 into x plus 2 whole square. If you observe, first you have to look at the middle, the sign at the middle term. It is plus sign. So you have to go to the identity 1. What is that? X square plus 2xy plus y square. Here it is plus, here it is also plus. So in place of x, what is here? It is 1 into x. Is it not? Write down x. If it is here plus sign, keep it here plus sign. If it is minus sign, simply keep it here minus sign. And in place of y, what is here? 2. Write down simply 2. And keep here square. So the factor of this algebraic expression is x plus 2 whole square. To find the value of x, simply equate it to 0. X plus 2 whole square is equal to 0. So this can be expressed as x plus 2 equal to 0. The value of x will be this plus 2 on going to right hand side, it becomes minus 2. As it is square, the value of, we have to get two values of x, is it not? So the values of x are minus 2, minus 2. Finally, we got the values of x, the factor of x using the algebraic identities for a quadratic algebraic expression. Now let us see in case of c not equal to r square. If c is not equal to r square, means it cannot be expressed as a square of any number, r be any number, then simply find the product of a into c. Okay, constant term and the quotient of x square. Find the product of constant term and the quotient of x square. And next we have to find the factors of a and c, a into c. Okay, let it be p, q, b, factors of the product value a into c. Okay, next we have to go to the middle term. We have to split the middle quotient of x b as such that p plus q equal to b or p minus q equal to b. Okay, let us take an example, then this concept will be very clearly understand for you. Example, x square plus 5x plus 4. In case of c, we have, x square plus 4x, 5x plus 6. In case of c, we have 6. We cannot express it as a power of any number. So, simply multiply with the quotient of x square. Constant term the quotient of x square. We will get 6. 6 into 1 is equal to 6. Next we have to find the factors of 6. The factors of 6 are 3, 2. Is it not? Now we have to split the middle term 5 with using these factors. Is it not? Check whether by writing 2 plus 3 we will get 5 or not. We will get 5. Just leave it out. If we won't get 5, if we won't get the value of the middle term, then we have to go to the p minus q is equal to b condition. Okay. So this x square plus 5x plus 6 can be expressed as x square plus, in place of 5, write down simply 2 plus 3 into x plus 6. This is equal to x square plus 3x plus 2x plus 6. I have taken 3 to the second place because it will be easy while grouping these terms. Okay. Let us group these two terms and these two terms. You will get x into x as common, and this will be x plus 3 plus 2 into x plus 3. Is it not? This is equal to x plus 2 into x plus 3. To find the factors value of x, simply equate them to 0. x plus 2 equal to 0 or x plus 3 equal to 0. In the here we will get plus 2 plus on going to right hand side becomes minus and the value of 2. X is equal to this plus becomes minus and it will be 3. So the values of x are minus 2, 3. Minus 3. So we got the value of x and the factor of x when c cannot be expressed as a square of a number. If you observe this algebraic expression, in both the cases the algebraic expression can be expressed as a product of a number and expressions. That is, the factors, the multiples of an algebraic expression is a number, can be a number, variable, term or long expressions. Okay. So here the quadratic expression in both the cases is expressed as a product of a number and two linear algebraic expressions. If this is a polynomial algebraic expression, then it can be expressed as a product of a number and two linear polynomials. Okay, in terms of polynomials, keep this logic in your mind. It will be useful in deriving the relationship between zeros and quotients of a quadratic polynomial. So I think you got how to find the factors of an algebraic expression. Now let us go into our concept, that is the relationship between zeros and quotients of a quadratic polynomial. Okay. The general algebraic expression of quadratic polynomial is p of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, where a not equal to 0. What is the degree of this polynomial? It is 2. So number of zeros will be 2. So let us take alpha, beta be zeros of the polynomial p of x. If alpha is a 0 of the polynomial p of x, means x is equal to alpha. This is nothing but x minus alpha is a factor of polynomial p of x. If x is equal to beta, means x minus beta is a factor of polynomial p of x. Now let us express this algebraic expression in terms of a number and the factors, where k is a constant. Understood how this k came? I have just explained while explaining the finding the factors of algebraic expression. Okay. K, now multiply these two, we will get x square minus, now multiply first with x minus alpha x, next with b minus beta, we will get minus beta x plus alpha beta. Okay. So this is equal to k into x square minus, here x is common, just take it, minus of x into alpha plus beta plus alpha beta. Okay. Now multiply with k, kx square minus alpha minus k into alpha plus beta into x plus k into alpha beta. Comparing the quotients of, that is ax square plus bx plus c equal to kx square minus k into alpha plus beta into x plus k into alpha beta. Quotients of x square, x and the constant term on both sides we get, see, quotient of x square is a, here it is k, so this becomes a equal to k, let it be 1. Okay, here the quotient of x is b, here it is minus k into alpha plus beta. K is nothing but a, is it not? So replace k with a into alpha plus beta. This is from 1. Okay, this becomes b equal to minus a into alpha plus beta. Finally, alpha plus beta is equal to, take minus a to left hand side, it becomes b minus of b by a. So alpha is a 0 and beta is another 0. So the middle is plus sign, nothing but sum of the zeros. Can we say it as a sum of zeros, right? So simply write down sum of zeros is equal to minus b by a. What is here minus b by a? What is here minus b here? It is nothing but quotient of x. So write down quotient of x here. What is a? It is a quotient of x square. Therefore, sum of zeros is equal to minus of quotient of x by quotient of x square. Keep this in your mind, it will be useful in verification as well as objective type questions. The logic in this will be mostly asked in, they'll twist a question mostly on the logic of this relation. Comparing the quotient terms, we get c is equal to k into alpha beta. So this can be written as alpha beta is equal to c by k. K is nothing but a, that is from 1. So alpha beta is equal to, we got alpha beta is equal to c by a. Alpha is a 0 and b is another 0. So we can term it as product of zeros equal to c by a. C is nothing but constant term. A is nothing but quotient of x square. Therefore, product of zeros equal to constant term by quotient of x square. Keep this in your mind. The logic in this relation is given, will be the questions in the objective type will be on the logic of this relation, and for verification this will be used for you in problems. Sum of zeros is equal to minus of quotient of x by quotient of x square, and product of zeros is equal to constant term by quotient of x square. Hope you have understood the relationship between zeros and quotients of a quadratic polynomial in this video. Let us continue in my next video by taking an example and finding the relationship between them. Please like, share and subscribe for more videos on more concepts. Thank you.